Lard. For years, it's been the bad boy of British baking.
What is it made from?
Pig fat.
Got connotations of lard being something old-fashioned.
But with butter back in favour, is it time for lard to shine?
When you think of lard, you think of just like congealed fat from like the 20th century.
Does lard really deserve this reputation for being old-fashioned and unhealthy?
I'm off to find a secret tea room, and it is so secret, in fact, I found out it's actually above one of my most favourite pubs in the whole world, here.
Back in the 1940s, it was seen as an important part of the nation's diet. So, what went wrong?
In the right place. Claire, Matt, it's like stepping back in time.
#1 lard fan Claire Miller is a champion for the nutritional value of a 1940s diet.
Claire, you love lard, don't you?
I love lard.
But yes, you really do. But the Great British public seem to have kind of fallen out of love with it. Can you change our minds?
I think I can.
Right, come on then, let's have a look.
To lure us into liking lard, we're having a bake-off.
We are going to make Lord Walton pie, which was a wartime favourite, making use of our seasonal vegetables and our fat ration and putting together this lovely pie.
Claire's topping her pie with a pastry made using lard. I'll be using butter.
Oh no, we've forgotten the pennies, Matt. Look.
Do we need pennies?
You need to put one of these on.
Oh, good.
Get into character.
What a shame we forgot the pennies. Are you kidding me? This is like one of those. Like
it's your colour.
Granny Tebbutt. How in what world is this ever a good idea?
This world.
Oh, I'm glad you're all having a laugh. Right, let's get back onto this.
During the Second World War, lard was one of the UK's most popular cooking fats and was often spread on bread when butter was in short supply.
OK, so the benefits of lard.
First of all, high smoke point, 190 degrees or so.
Yep.
So that's the point at which the fat starts to burn. So you end up getting this lovely flaky short crust pastry, really airy, and lard is half the price. So that's another good reason to go for it.
OK.
I like the price. However, I'm keeping in mind it has around 20% more calories than butter. Now, what about the taste? Half an hour in Claire's oven should do it.
There's a huge difference. This has got a really good flavour, the butter, but that is incredibly flaky. And I'm actually a little bit amazed just what a difference that makes. I thought it would be pretty much the same, but it's not.
So often what people do is combine half butter, half lard.
Yeah.
So you're getting the best of both worlds there, yeah.
I'm off to Germany, a nation with a long history of loving lard.
So this is Schmaltzbrot, which is basically lard balls, and it is utterly delicious. And this is a very cool and trendy restaurant in the middle of Munich, thus proving that lard balls is for cool people and not just for fatties.
After our night out, we're heading 65 miles east of Munich to meet organic farmer George Stauler.
George? Matt. Yes. Good to meet you. Nice wheels. I'm here to see a man about a pig. Is that you?
Yes.
George and his family have been making lard using the fat from their pigs for over 50 years.
Is there a benefit to them being outside all the time?
One important thing is that they are in the sun, so they have more vitamin D in the...
Vitamin D?
Yes.
Really? And how does that come into play with lard?
It's stored in the fats.
In fact, lard is one of nature's best sources of vitamin D, and if it comes from outdoor-reared pigs, it can contain over 50% more than butter.
How do you actually make it? How do you produce lard?
I can show you.
OK, cool.
George's mum, Gertrude, is making lard using the fat taken from the pig's back. It's quality outdoor stuff and is often eaten on bread, just like I had in the restaurant.
The machine makes small pieces of it that you can
It can melt quickly.
Yes. It doesn't smell intensive if you make it right.
The minced fat goes into the oven to melt or render it. After an hour, the liquid is then filtered and left to chill.
So this is what comes out of the oven.
Okay. And this is just it's pretty much an odourless fat.
Yes.
Is it really healthy?
It's very healthy. It have less saturated fat than butter.
Less saturated fat than butter? That's almost unbelievable. Can it really be true? To investigate, I've come back to the UK, to East London, where I'm meeting dietitian Joe Travers, a spokesperson for the British Dietetic Association.
Hi, how you doing?
Good,
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Lard's popularity started to decline in the UK in the 1950s when saturated fats were linked to heart disease. But recent research suggests that saturated fat isn't quite the demon we once thought.
Is lard better for people than butter?
Lard actually has quite a lot of the monounsaturated fats, which is the heart-healthy fats. Those kind of fats which we actually need in our diets. So much more, in fact, than butter does.
Scientists have discovered that monounsaturated or good fats, such as those in lard, can actually help lower cholesterol.
But the commercially produced lards that you often get in the supermarket, their fat profiles are quite different.
So before you load up with lard, check the label. If it says hydrogenated, you might want to steer clear, as this can be high in bad trans fats.
So actually, when you get down to it, there's nothing wrong with including lard in your diet.
So everything in moderation.
Yeah.